What's up guys, my name is Ace, and yesterday we got the brand new guns, the Zeon and the VPR. I got quite a bit of playtime with both of these, so I decided I wanted to share my best class setups with these guns so far. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so just a disclaimer, as always with any class setup video I do, class setups do come down to personal preference, so I'm not necessarily saying just copy and paste exactly what I have. This is what works for me, and I'm going to explain why it works for me. If there's something that you feel doesn't really suit your personal playstyle, then absolutely feel free to make a change. Alright guys, so first up we have my first X-Eon class, or Zeon. I'm going to call it the Zeon from now on. Got my first Zeon class here, and this is the one that I call the NV4 killer class. A lot of people hate those NV4 users just because it's so overused. This gun, with this particular setup, clearly outclasses the NV4 in nearly every single situation. For attachments, we have quick draw, particle lamp, and foregrip. So quick draw, fairly obvious, just allows you to snap on target as fast as possible. Particle lamp makes it so you have almost the same 4-shot kill potential as the NV4. It's still going to be a little bit less than the NV4, but it's very close to the same 4-shot kill potential. And keep in mind, the Zeon has a significantly faster fire rate than the NV4, so therefore, if you're sticking within that 4-shot kill range, you will be dominating NV4s because their time to kill simply doesn't keep up with yours. As for the foregrip, I feel like the Zeon, after the first 5 or 6 shots, the recoil really starts to kick in with this gun, and it kicks vertically pretty strong. And I feel like that foregrip just helps a little bit more so you can challenge those people more at those like mid to somewhat longer ranges. For perks, we've got Ghost as well as Dexterity. Those are just kind of a staple for me in my classes based on my playstyle. Scavenger, just so I can stay alive longer, pick up those scavenger packs and keep my ammo replenished. And finally, Gung Ho. I really like Gung Ho, especially on this gun, because first off, it has standard assault rifle sprint out time, and Gung Ho will basically eliminate that sprint out time, so now you aren't going to be at such a big disadvantage to SMGs, and you're going to have an advantage over other assault rifle users that aren't using Gung Ho when you're sprinting around. Also, one really neat thing about this gun is it has such tight hip fire. You can actually start firing before you even get fully aimed down sight, and you're still going to be hitting your shots on your enemy with confidence. So that's why I really like running Gung Ho, especially on this weapon. And that's pretty much it. This class dominates NV4s, like I said. Just keep in mind you will have a little bit more recoil to deal with compared to an NV4, but if you can manage that recoil, you're going to be destroying them. And with that, let's move on to our second Zeon class that I have for you today. This is more of my stealthy Zeon class, and I really like using this one as well because this really suits my playstyle, especially in modes like Team Deathmatch where I like to flank around and just stay off the radar all the time. So with this one, we have Quick Draw once again, and we have Suppressor. Both of those attachments are pretty straightforward, there's not much to say. Like I said, want to stay off the radar with this class. Then we have all the same perks as that last class, but I've also added Dead Silence. So we doubled up on both perk 1 as well as perk 3. And I think this is just a great stealthy ninja sort of class. You're going to have very competitive time to kill as long as you're keeping your gunfights relatively close. Like you can still be challenging people out to mid-range and still have your 4-shot kill range. But just make sure you're not challenging people at the longer ranges, especially when they're looking back at you. So that's it for the Zeon classes that I'm going to be sharing today. Now let's move on to my VPR classes. And I'll be right up front here, I do not like the VPR. I feel like this is one of my least favorite SMGs in the game. The time to kill isn't very competitive, it's got a very short 4-shot kill range, and then it's going to be a 5-shot kill out to infinity. And that assumes that both of your hit scan bullets hit because it does fire 2 shots at once. So essentially, I'm going to be using this gun enough to get all the camos unlocked for it, and then I'm probably going to be dropping it and pretty much never using it again unless it ends up getting a bit of a buff. So with this class, I have the VPR with Quick Draw and Extended Mags. I like Quick Draw even on SMGs just for snapping on target as fast as possible. And Extended Mags, I really like on this gun because it has a decently high fire rate, and I love just having that 60 round magazine, so I don't have to worry about reloading too often. For a secondary, I have a P-Law on there, and this allows me to not only shoot down score streaks, but also if I find myself at somewhat of a longer range in a situation that I can't quite get out of, I can really quickly swap to this P-Law and just take that enemy out with it. For a tactical, we've got a Jammer Grenade, and then perk 1, I've got once again Dexterity and Ghost. Perk 2 is Scavenger, so I can keep that ammo replenished. And finally, perk 3 is Dead Silence, just because I love using Dead Silence. So that's my first VPR class. It's kind of my loud VPR class, but I still like having Ghost on there because I still like flanking, even with unsilenced weapons sometimes, and I like showing up on the radar just on my terms. Next is going to be pretty much the same class, but once again, it's going to be my more stealthy class with this gun, And I just took off the P-Law as well as the jammer grenade, and I swapped those out for a suppressor on the gun. One nice thing about the suppressor on the VPR is you're not really reducing your 4-shot kill range too much because it's already such a short 4-shot kill range, and it's a percentage decrease. So the 4-shot kill range is somewhere around 8 meters based on my hand testing. So if you pop a suppressor on there, you're barely even reducing that at all. Most of your gunfights are still going to be within your standard 5-shot kill range. So there we have it. Those are the current classes that I'm using on the new guns after several hours of gameplay time with each one of these weapons. I'd like to know in the comment section below, what are your favorite class setups for the Zeon as well as the VPR? If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.